Well, if you can find life, you can find sugar. Sugars you find at every scale of life, from the largest redwood trees that you find in California down to the blood types that are different between you and me. And it's not just table sugar that you find everywhere, but it's these more complex sugars that we in particular look at, and they yield a great deal of diversity there. And it's that diversity that means that it's essentially viewed as this third language of life. Well, actually, if you look at something like your saliva, there's this thing called mucus, right? And sugars actually make up a large part of your mucus. And although you can't really see it, but your blood types actually do make up are made up of sugars. Apart from being like this main energy source in our body, they're involved in a whole bunch of different biological processes. Everyone knows about proteins. They're made from these DNA blueprints. But what a lot of people don't know is actually you find sugars on these proteins. And the sugars on these proteins change the function of these proteins. They actually allow them to do a whole bunch of different things. For example, when bacteria and viruses come into our body, they're the first things that we see, the sugars. And they form a large part of the social network between cells. They mediate how cells interact and communicate with each other.